right, so welcome back to Coffee Cafe Week 2. So this is where we last left off, right? All we have to do is complete our trial balance so we can ensure that our that the accounting that we've been doing, was it accurate? Did we match our debits to our credits correctly? And did we make any mistakes along the way? So again, where we last left off is here on the top of page 5. We've already set a little barrier so we know in case we do need to locate any discrepancies or any errors in our journals, we'll know exactly where to locate it, right, between the first couple pages. Okay? So, of course, in order to complete this, you will need your financial forms, okay, as well as your general ledger, right? Because that's where we're going to be deriving all of our account balances from. So if you remember from Coffee Cafe week 1, here is the trial balance that we completed for the very first week. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to list out every single account that we have used for week 2. Okay, so in this case, we're going to go ahead and move on to week 2. So here is a blank trial balance worksheet here, and it says right here for the statement ending on June 14. Okay, so once again, we're going to go ahead and take a look through every single account that has an account balance. So starting from our assets, we're going to go to checking. So checking, we did a lot more activity here now. So now our checking account, our account balance right now currently is really low, right? Because we've been writing a lot of checks, we've been spending a lot of money. Okay, so here checking, we are now down to $3,989.92. 398992. Okay, is making sure we're transferring the information correctly. Okay. Let's see what's next. We haven't opened up our petty cash drawer yet, nor have we put our money in the cash register. Next one is accounts receivable. Nothing there yet. We haven't opened our store yet. We will be opening on the 17th of June, so that will be pretty soon. Okay, some business supplies. We don't have any account balances there, but we did make some purchase of business supplies, right? We bought some medium coffee cups, right? So in this case, I'm going to use some abbreviations here. So medium cups, okay, for total $54.12 on the debit side, okay? I also purchased large cups, okay, for a total of $81.19 on the debit side, okay? Haven't bought sugar or creamer yet, okay, or any office supplies. But for inventory, yes, we did purchase inventory. We purchased some regular coffee, right? We haven't sold any of them yet because we haven't opened our store and we haven't used any of it. So here we got regular coffee for $200 on the debit side. Okay. And then let's see what the next account here is. The next account is going to be the Supreme Coffee. Okay. Which is going to be for the $225. Okay. Here, do we have ceramic coffee mugs? We do, but remember, this is for, we purchased them as periodic inventory, so they haven't been converted to inventory yet. But yes, we do have our coffee mugs. They're just currently in a different account right now, right? And then we move on to furniture. Furniture, right? We said this from the first week, right? Yes, we have account activity in our furniture, but it currently has a zero balance because we purchased and then we sold. So let's see what the next one is going to be. It's going to be bistro tables and chairs. Yes, now we actually have our tables and chairs. Okay? So tables and chairs for the 660508. Okay, on the debit side. Okay. Here, yes, we still have our counter, right? Our counter is still the same value at that 193.22. So therefore, that's still something that's part of my assets. So in this case, that's definitely still there. We still have our desk set, okay, which is still currently outstanding for $658.37. Okay, $658.37. And then we have our display shelves, or in this case, I'm going to put shelves, okay, which we currently have it for $577.08. Okay. Let's see. Any office equipment, right? We did purchase a computer. Okay. Which is currently at $1834.84, so that still stay the same. Okay. We bought a printer for the $378.87. Okay. And we have our cash register for the $649.49. Okay, so that's still all the same. Equipment. This is where we have a change because now I have 2 coffee brewers, right? So for the brewers, okay, we now have a total current balance of $4,527.95 worth of coffee brewers. Okay. Then we have our coffee grinder. Do we have our coffee grinder? We do, but it's currently placed in miscellaneous suspense. So no, we don't have our grinder just yet, right? We have our fridge, okay, that we bought, right? We recently acquired it. We recently received it on the 13th. So here, $3,495.34 on the debit side, okay? And then let's see, vehicles. Yes, we finally got our truck, right? We got our truck for $32,208.90 on the debit side. Okay? And then let's see, prepaid accounts. Okay, so a lot of account activity for prepaid accounts. But at the end of the day, right, my prepaid accounts are currently at 665417. Okay, 665417. Okay. Then let's see, we have our deposits for $1,700. That's still the same. Okay. Our goodwill is still the same at $2,100. Okay. And then my miscellaneous suspense account, right? We did have some account activity there. So miscellaneous is currently outstanding for $3,088.07. Okay? And that includes all of my assets. Okay? So next one I'm going to go ahead and work on is going to be my liabilities. Okay? Liabilities, once again, right? We have definitely account activity in my accounts payable account. Okay? for a total credit balance of $15,676.40. Okay? A lot that we owe. Okay? I also opened up a Visa credit card, right? We finally got to use our Visa payable, right? For a total outstanding balance of $320.31. Okay. We also have a notes payable, right? From the last one, we had it for the cash register. Now that we also got our refrigerator, we have an increase in my accounts or in my notes payable, right? It's increased now to $4,144.83. Okay. We have hired employees, but we haven't processed their payroll yet because they haven't started working yet. So in this case, I'm going to skip on forward, right? We don't have any utilities payables, right? We haven't had any unearned revenue, right? We haven't even opened up our shop yet, so none of that. We don't have sales tax because we haven't charged our customers. We don't even have any customers right now. Interest payable, right? We just acquired our loans, our credit card, right? We haven't accrued any interest yet. And then loans, right? Yes, we did take a loan. It's not a business loan, but it is a truck loan. Yes, so we do have the truck loan. Okay? For a total of $29,221.90. Okay? All right, so let's continue on. Next is my equity accounts. Right now, I still have an owner's equity, right? My original investment into the company, okay, is still currently at $30,000. Okay? But however, at the very end of Coffee Cafe Week 2, right, day 14, we end up incurring a owner's withdrawal, which will decrease your owner's equity on the debit side, right? So debit side for $1,500, and no income summary yet or retained earnings, right? Because we haven't even sold anything yet or made any. We haven't sold anything yet. Okay. So therefore, right, next one is revenues. We haven't opened up our shop yet, so we haven't sold anything yet. And same thing with the cost of goods sold, because cost of goods sold is directly correlated to your sales and inventory. We haven't sold anything yet. So therefore, we don't have any cost of goods sold. So that means the last section I have left is going to be my expenses. All right, starting from the very top. Yes, I've made a lot of expenses. First one I have here is advertising, okay, for $185. Okay, no bank fees yet, but I did encounter some business expenses, right? That one was from before, okay, for that $1,000 consultation, okay. This time, I actually have freight expense, right? I did make a purchase of inventory, right? That had incurred a freight expense for $100, okay? Insurance expense, right? We end up buying car insurance on top of the liability insurance that we already have. So therefore, yes, we increased our insurance expense by $395.83. 39583. Okay? And then let's see. No interest expense yet because we haven't received our bills yet with our interest accrued. Okay? This is supposed to be labor. Okay? But we did encounter subcontractor expense. Okay? For $18.90. Okay? Let's see what the last one is here. We got temporary work labor expense. Yes, we do have that, but right now we haven't paid them yet. We already contracted with higher temps for the temporary work labor. So in this case right now, we haven't paid them yet, so we haven't incurred that expense yet. Okay. License and permit expense is still the same at $375. So let me go ahead and put license. Okay, license and permit for $375. Okay. We still incurred our loss on disposal of assets. Loss on asset, right, for that $2,000. Okay. No office supplies expense because we haven't purchased office supplies, so there's no expense to incur. We haven't processed payroll yet, so no salaries, no commissions, no payroll taxes. But yes, we have incurred a purchase expense, right? We did buy stuff, right? Or inventory for $196. Okay. And let's see, no purchase returns or allowances or purchase discounts. What about rent? Yes, we paid rent for $1,500. Okay. No travel expenses yet. And no utilities expenses yet. And of course, no bad debt depreciation or amortization. So therefore, I am completely done with my trial balance. So once again, I did left a lot of extra space. So if you want to clear that all up, you may do so. Okay. So in this case, there you go. So I'm shortening it up just a bit, but I left a lot of extra space in case I need to enter any other transactions here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice doing my equal sum because I need to tally up all my total debits and my total credits. So again, I'm going to create the formula here to get me my total debits. Okay. And then I'm going to also copy and paste that over to my credit side, right? So now this is going to also calculate this entire column right here for my credits, okay? And of course, I'm going to also run my formula here saying my debits minus my credits should equal 0. And guess what? I have a perfect match, no discrepancies whatsoever. So that means I can go ahead and say that I did my accounting accurate for my second week of Coffee Cafe. No mistakes were made. Okay, that's the assumption here because in this case, all my debits match my total credits, right? If I took a loan out to buy my truck, I already made it clear that that's exactly what I did, right? I made it clear that when we got the refrigerator, we put it on a notes payable. So therefore, my transactions are correct. Okay, so for the grand total amount of $79,363.44 on left, with a $79,363.44 on the right. Okay, so awesome. That means my total assets and my total expenses, right? They equal up my liabilities and my equity. So that is good, right? That's my total debits equal my credits here. Now, this right here, you're going to notice that I end up having to retype a few of these numbers in already, right? I end up putting in my counter again, my display shelves, my desk, right? My computer, my printer. I've already had those already in there. And then I added a few new assets in there. So what I'm going to teach you for the next week is what is the easier way to be able to make a copy of this form. And instead of having to retype all my numbers again, you know, getting a higher potential of making typos, I can make a copy of this exact worksheet and add to my list as I go. Okay, so with that being said, right, that will save you a lot more time on having to retype all these accounts again, because again, we're gonna have a checking account, we're gonna have those business supplies, right? We're gonna have those fixed assets, we're gonna have the same liability accounts over and over and over again. So to save you some time from retyping everything in here, I'm going to show you how to make a copy of it without, literally copy and pasting. I'm going to actually show you what the cool feature of Excel can do, where it actually makes an actual mirror image screenshot of this exact form, and it keeps all the formulas intact, right? And that's going to ultimately show you how you can just, instead of doing it all over again, you can just add, or delete or hide a few things, okay? But at the end of the day, we were successful. The total debits of the accounts all match with my total credits accounts here, with $79,363.44 on both sides. Okay. All right, so that concludes Coffee Cafe for week 2. So that means we are ready to start with Coffee Cafe week 3 when we come back, okay? All right.